There was a question that was asked not too long ago, and what was asked was, how did you get into all of this stuff? What made you interested in health and, you know, iridology, and how did you get to see the body in such a different way, in a profound way where it's not in the traditional way as a doctor would see, or like a machine, a scan, X-ray would see. Man, let me just rewind that. It goes all the way back to when I was a sick kid. Your common cold and flus, your coughs, your allergies, your bronchitis, your asthma, your migraines, your headaches, you're dizzy upon standing up, you're weak, you got muscle aches. Did I not mention that? Allergies, um, joint pain, gassy, bloaty, stomach aches, constipation, vomiting, diarrhea, unexplained fevers, unexplained chills, unexplained hot, sweaty, can't sweat, but it feels like your body wants to sweat, but it can't, but you sweat minimally. It all goes back to that. From when I was a child and living in Vancouver, Canada, and from Seattle, Washington to, living in California. I carried all that stuff with me to, yeah, California, and all those sicknesses that I mentioned. I just didn't get rid of them yet. I find out later on in life that what I was doing was suppressing those symptoms, and learning that when you suppress your symptoms, they're just going to be your hell for tomorrow. I mean, you're going to re-experience them, not unless you do the opposite from suppress, is express. And allow myself for the past few years to express what's inside my body, like old residuals or accumulations, old residues. It's just like a car, man. You have residues in your pipe, it ain't gonna work. You got residues in your catalytic converter, your exhaust pipe, ain't gonna work right? All that stuff's gonna back up. You got all these emissions and stuff. And just like your body emits waste also, gases, fluids, feces. But back then it was just all about, suppression of the symptoms. And growing up, just to simply like see this, it just kind of bothers you, but at the same time, it's mind blowing, because it's mind blowing and body blowing, because now that I'm doing the exact opposite, and I'm starting to balance out everything and starting to feel more joy, more euphoria, uh, getting my spine adjusted, bowel care, enhancing the glands, organs, breathing deeper, grounding, you name it, cold showers, jumping into cold national park waters. It's just amazing, man. There's so many things that I've done that I can't even name on top of my head right now. So many experiments. I feel like I have this one body that I'm only gonna experience one time. Hopefully, not experience again in another lifetime of sickness and disease. But to just get it right in this generation, our time right now, and to be free and move with this body, it's a gift. And it just feels like I'm living a new life again, you know, from that sick, suppressed, obstructed body that I once had, that mucusy, being that kid, bye bye, that's gone. The whooping coughs. When I look at somebody with the whooping cough, those consistent coughs that to the point where you're gonna gag and you're gonna throw up. There were points where I threw up in bed 3 a.m. because it was coughing, and it just won't stop. Or sometimes I have to leave the classroom because I'm having a cough attack. I don't want to live like that. Who knows where I would be right now if that stuff continued on? Like, maybe I would have developed cancer or tumor somewhere. I already had testiculitis. I stopped running back in 2010, when was it, 2011, it started to get worse. That I never mentioned because I was so embarrassed about it. But now I'm pretty open to mentioning that because I know how to get rid of it. It's gone. I mean, it could occur again if I go back to the same freaking lifestyle that I had, but I'm not going to allow that. Um, yeah, I'm going off topic, am I? I'm like ranting now. But anyway, how did I get started? Man, it all started like the whole shift at the age of 25, I think. When I look back at it now, it was the relationship that I got back. No, no, the relationship that I was in, that I committed to the woman, to this woman of my dreams. She was just beautiful. Her voice, just like the tone of her voice got to me. She was a different race, different culture, different beliefs, but I just fell in love with her and I just had to get her. I had to, and we just got together in 2010 and that changed my life forever. I got sick for 3 freaking weeks in that first week. And I was so mad at myself. I felt so embarrassed that at that point in my life, I wanted to just like, I wanted to become stronger. I did not want to be that sick boyfriend. You know, it just, I wouldn't be emotionally available or like enrolled into the whole love thing. I'd be too busy trying to get better. And it just, I couldn't imagine that. I couldn't imagine that because throughout all my life, that's what's been happening to me. From a child to my teen years to my mid 20s, you know, uh, it just wasn't cutting it. So to make a long story short, I had to get myself stronger. Whether it's diet, spirituality, awareness, consciousness, you name it, I had to get better. And where I'm at right now wasn't an overnight progress. It was all in the span of probably 4 years, 3 years of experimenting with like fasting, fruit fasting, and different diets. Vegetarian, veganism just didn't work for me. So I got to a point where I can't really say what diet I'm at right now, but I would tell people fruit dominant flexitarian. What is that? I don't know, but there's no title to it, but it's just my own thing. And it's empowering me in ways where it's allowing me more freedom, more joy, states of euphoria, no more sickness, you know, states of heightened awareness. It's just a different lifestyle now. It's like a new me. I'm done.